Hi everyone, thanks for attendance and welcome to the first episode of the IEP IPK English Program podcast. I'm your host Lilian Swandi for today's podcast on 2 September 2021. And here I have two guests, Cristiano Farrell and Grace. How is it going?
I am good. Have been through a lot this week, but I'm fine with it.
I'm good too. This week has been quite busy for me, but at least I'm still doing well. Look at you. How are you things?
I'm fine, thank you for asking. Before we dive deep into today's podcast, can you two briefly introduce yourselves?
Sure. Hello. My name is Grace Jonas Rimba. You could just call me Grace. I was born in Pekanbaru and moved here around 9 years ago.
Okay, hello. My name is Cristiano Fairahman. You can call me Cristiano. I was born in Balikpapan.
Nice introduction. Based on your answers before, how was your weekend? What did you do?
If I could be completely honest, I try to finish all of my work before the weekend, but of course I will always have another assignment. Thankfully, the assignment is not as hard as I thought it would be, and I managed to finish it and have my own free time. How about your weekend, Farrell?
This weekend I've been quite busy. Various tasks must be done immediately before new tasks appear, but at least there's time in the afternoon for me to relax. Yeah. By the way, how about you, Lily? Do you enjoy your weekend?
Actually, I also feel the same way with both of you, and I did a lot of activities this week. So I can enjoy my weekend as usual. Okay, I think that's enough for a brief opening. So today we are going to talk about memorable event. According to your opinion, do you know what a memorable event is?
I would say a memorable event is the experience that happened to us that we can never forget because we value them as part of ourselves. A memorable event could be joyful, nerve wracking, and even could be scary.
In my opinion, memorable events are events that occur only personally or once in our lifetime. This is what we will always remember. Usually, the memorable event can be a happy event or a sad event.
Absolutely. Everyone may have experienced an event and they won't forget that. And of course, we have experienced an event that we still remember today, right?
Of course, it would be weirder if someone doesn't have a memorable event even once in their life, because I believe everyone has their own unforgettable moment, whether it's sad or happy one.
That's true. Is there an event that you have experienced and you still can't forget it? Could you share one or two events? No problem.
Let me think for a second. I think around 6 years ago, when it was Christmas Eve, my family and I went to the mall for shopping. I remember I was so happy because I could finally buy the toy that I wanted for a very long time. My sister and I also didn't fight that day, so it was a peaceful day.
Ah, I see. What toy have you wanted for a very long time, which is finally bought on Christmas Eve?
I think it was a Barbie doll, and with their dresses, I know that I have admitted it was kind of embarrassing.
Oh, why it was embarrassing?
Because nowadays I don't even play with it anymore, and I just left it on my cabinet. It's probably collecting dust right now. And to think I used to be so excited and jumping out of enthusiasm in front of the other people was really embarrassing.
Okay, I get it. So in short, both memorable events tell you about what did you do on your holidays. Do you get or can you share the moral value of your experience? Is it affecting to your condition today or not?
The moral value that I got through this whole experience is that I can get time for myself and my family together, to have fun together. Like in my experience, me and my sister finally didn't fight for a whole day, which is kind of rare right now. So I kind of cherish that memory these days.
Yes, I agree with you, moral value. As long as we still with our family, it is better to spend time or have a lot of fun with them. Thanks for sharing, Grace, because it's really great. Now let's hear from Cristiano Farrell. Can you share your memorable event with us?
Looks like I have some memorable events. When I was in the 8th grade 2 years ago, there was a surprising thing where I was able to get 6th place in the class. First, before it was quite difficult to reach these numbers. That's because in my class there are quite a lot of smart people who fight each other in top 10 classes. Several of them were girls. The struggle was in that quite difficult for me because I had to fight alone and against many smart people. But in the end, I was able to get up to six in the class, and I was the only one there, while the rest were nine girls.
Wow, what a long story, Farah. If I may ask, what are your reasons or why are you fighting to do that?
Yeah, I need to do that because I have feeling of ambition to get into the top 10 in the class. I've got that ambition since elementary school until now. In addition, I can also make my parents proud of my achievement.
Okay, have you ever felt like you failed in your struggles? Is there any moral value you can take to make you a better person?
Yes, several times I've had these failures and I feel a little sad. However, this failure did not make me long to grieve. Instead, I try to find out the causes of my failures and be able to correct these failures so I can be even better in the future. Then, how about you, Lee? Do you also have your own memorable event?
Yes, surely. The first event is similar to your event, in which efforts and struggles in achieving something will finally pay off. But it happened when I was 10 years old. It means in the fourth grade. But I'm not to remember the specific things that I do until I get the fourth place in the class. I guess at that time I just study harder and always attend to courses. So I can believe it. But I realize my efforts pay off. So I get from this experience is that your hard work will pay off someday. Don't give up.
Do your moral values affect current conditions?
Yes, indeed. That experience taught me to not give up and keep trying on even if the result doesn't pay off yet. Like I said before, our efforts will pay off one day and the results are more than you can imagine.
Agreed. I feel the same thing too.
Alright, before we end our podcast today, do you still have any questions?
No, I don't have any other question. How about you, Farrell? Do you
No,
have any questions?
I think no. Maybe we can end this podcast for today.
Okay, so we have talked a lot on today's podcast about memorable events. So that's enough for today podcast and thank you for watching our podcast. The last thing is I hope this podcast is useful for you and God bless you.